K4PEW, net control for the
Good evening, this is K4PEW.
Anybody who can hear my voice, we'd be happy to participate. If you have an emergency during this net, just call 911, and then you can tell us if you want to. Just tell us where you are and the nature of the emergency. For information on the net, you can go to YouTube and you can see the screen on my radio, and you can see me if you want. You can just take a postcard and put it over that screen if you want. If you have an emergency during this net, I advise not to. It's going to stick with your screen. Just ignore it. For information, oh yes, you can go to groups.io on groups.io and sign up for our email system. You can also see what the entire net schedule, and you can also see the nature of what we're doing here. And in lieu of that, you can send me an email at k4pewrl.net if you have any questions. Groups.io. And if I don't know the answer. By the way, on that group site, you can sell equipment. We get pretty good response since there's about 200 people. Entire net schedule, and you can and most of them know what they're talking about. Well, some. Okay, a couple of that. The net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. We conduct the net as we are tonight at 146.415. By the way, FM, FM, we get pretty good response. Simplex. Purpose of the net is to have fun. Figure out who we can hear, who we can't hear. Figure out why we can't hear them. And then find ways to get a second or third job and pay for equipment and antennas and towers to make it all work better. And it is interesting how it makes FM radio so much more fun when you have a decent antenna at a decent elevation without breaking the bank. I'm going to make a qualification because some people are in a very bad situation in terms of where they are and sometimes money. So you got to deal with what you got to deal with. Make it all work better. I'd love to put up a tower, but it ain't happening. I don't need to be talking radio in central Kentucky or Alabama. I'm doing a net here in Middle Tennessee without breaking the bank. Very bad situation. Let's see where they are. Oh yeah. Everyone to use the net for announcement as well. The only announcement I have is tomorrow night's 10-meter net. It's a tri-mode net that Michael KM4YRF does, and does a fine job of it for 9 out of 5 years, I think, maybe more. I forget. But he starts out at 28.415 upper sideband and moves over to an FM portion of 10 meters, which is a secret for right now. And then moves over to C4 FM on 10 meters. I don't know anybody else does that, but I'm sure there must be somebody. So it's a tri-mode net. It's at 8 o'clock. Sunday nights, be there. Well, if you're not there, we'll miss you. Is there any other announcements? C4 FM on 10 meters. I don't know anybody else does that, but I'm sure there must be somebody. So it's a tri-mode net. It's at 8 o'clock. All right, so I'll make sure. Is there any sound in the background that you guys can hear? Well, if you're not there, we'll miss you. Is there any other announcements? I just want to be sure. Just be sure. I have this control panel that operates this whole engineering thing here. I'll use that term loosely, but it's a nice system, and it gives me the opportunity to just switch between one mode and another. But today was the first day I turned it on and started it up, fired it up, and got ready to go, and all of a sudden the speakers on my computer, because that's what it's hooked up to, were blasting away with the audio. And that's the first time in, it's a nice system. If it's ever done it, all of a sudden, I don't know why. I didn't change any settings. I don't know. Something was different around there. Anyway, now I'm seeing a display, for what the audio are doing and moving around, even when I'm not talking. So I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, we're going to start out here on, this is net number 1157. We'll be starting from the south. We'll be taking check-ins. There wasn't any more announcements, were there? For what the audio are doing and moving around. Yeah, we don't do birthday announcements. Those are embarrassing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, we're going to start. We had 3 people for breakfast this morning. It must be either too cold or everybody's too lazy. But we'd like to get big crowds there. 3 is okay. We had a good time. But we'd like to see more people if you can swing. Every Sunday morning, every Saturday morning, and when it opens the doors at Golden Corral there in the Hermitage. All right, we're going to go ahead and take first-time check-ins, mobile or shorter than time. Please come in. Okay. Man, you weren't there, man.
I know I was not. I was being a lazy scumbag.
I'm hearing somebody else in there, too. Hold on one second. I got Rick in there. All right, we're going to go ahead and KM4 TJF. Anything else good going on for you there, Rick?
No, man,
You weren't there, man.
everything seems to be pretty good. Appreciate what you do, man. Thank you. KM4, TJF.
Yeah, very good. That's Rick over West Ashland City, KM4 TJF with a good signal tonight. Who else was in there?
That was Ken in Portland.
Anything else good going on for you there? That's GPS, isn't it?
It is.
What's the first part again? Oh, it's KQ4. Yeah, very good. That's GPS. Did I hit that number right?
I believe that's right. Ken,
Who else was in
your
there?
call sign is KQ4 GPS.
Anything else good going on? That's GPS. Isn't it? What's the first part again? It's KQ4.
Yep, that's right.
Very good. Sorry I can't hear you very well again. I can hear you a little bit there, Ken, but there's a lot of noise on the signal. But glad to have you in there as always. Hope things are going well for you up in Portland. That was Ken, Kilo Quebec 4, Gulf, Papa Sierra. Appreciate you checking in, Ken. Who else is short on time mobile or first time checking?
Yep, that's right.
Very good. Sorry I can't hear you very well again. I can hear you a little bit there, Ken. For Gulf. What's up, Jeff? Anything good? But glad to have you in there as always. Hope things are going well for you up in Portland. That was Ken, Kilo Quebec 4, Gulf, Papa Sierra. Appreciate you checking in, Ken. Who else? Don't we all lead such exciting lives? You know, I go to the store and that's what I did today. Very good. Sorry I can't hear you very well again. I can hear you a little bit before Gulf. What's up, Jeff? Anything good? Glad to have you in there as always. Hope things are going well for you. Oh, listen, I don't need any more excitement in my life. I've had, I think, more than my share, I'll tell you. Don't we all lead such exciting lives? I go to the store and that's what I did today. Well, in the job you had, I think you had the patience of Job. You know that? Oh, listen, I don't need any more excitement in my life. I've had, I think, more than my share. I'll tell you. No, I can't imagine. Really, that's a special. Are there other people that get the job and then they can't take it anymore after a few days or weeks? Job.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't think I was going to last a year, but I lasted 34. But there's some people that can't hack it.
No, I can't imagine. Really. Well, I got to say though, there's something to be said about. Are there other people that coming to work every day and just can't take putting up with the craziness?
Seems like where we go, we have to deal with craziness, no matter what we're doing.
Well, I think it's more prevalent, so I'll just use that term loosely, in the general public. You know, like you use it in the general public. I dealt with mostly technical people and building managers, that kind of thing. So mine was a little narrower group of people that I had to deal with, so I didn't have too many problems with them. Well, I think it's more. No, I really didn't have many problems with them. A couple, not too many. In the general public.
Yeah, that's understandable. But,
I dealt with mostly technical people and building managers, that kind of
just
thing.
hang out.
Mine was a little narrower group of people that I had to deal with, so I didn't have too many
Especially the
problems
ones
with
that
them.
are close to liquor stores.
No, I really didn't have many problems.
It's kind of
A
like
couple.
see what goes on.
Not too many.
It hasn't really changed any. Yeah, that's understandable.
No, there's without sounding demeaning, there is a groups of people, no matter where they are, no matter what city you're in. There's going to be, I don't know what you call them, malingerers, people just hanging out, and they don't seem to have jobs. They must have some form of income, or they couldn't eat, drink, unless they're doing crimes. But I'm not even sure they're doing that. You know what I'm getting at? It's just interesting to see that. I mean, like you, I work every day of my life, you know, and didn't give it a second thought most of the time. I don't know what you call them, malingerers, people just hanging out.
I've heard a few
They
of
don't
them.
seem to have jobs. They must have some
get
form of
crazy
income.
checks
They
every
couldn't eat,
month.
drink, unless they're doing crimes. I'm not even sure they're doing that. You know what I'm getting at? It's just interesting. Well, I looked it up today because the issue was huge about the SNAP and EBT, and I saw somebody say they got $750 a month. And I thought, I wonder. So I asked Perplexity, one of the AI engines, and I said, what are the current payments for SNAP for a single mother or I should have said a single parent with two children, and it was $750 something. And I said, "Holy crap! I didn't make that. I only made 3 times that my first year working after I got out of the military."
That's still, some $150
Single mother
still buys
or
a lot.
I should have said a single parent with two
One of
children,
two kids,
and it was
someone
$750 something.
That's still a lot.
Holy
But,
crap!
uh,
I didn't make
our
that.
tax dollars hardly
I only
work.
made 3 times that my first year. Yeah, I don't.
That's
It doesn't. Apparently, it still has a work requirement for 30%. You have to work so many hours. Supposedly, I forget what it is now. I heard it, but I didn't pay any attention to it. But you have to earn the. In other words, there's another 20 or 30% you're supposed to be putting in yourself. Yeah, I don't. So I don't know. I don't know if they're doing it or not. But I just don't want to be in this. Personally, I don't want to be in that system as long as I'm able to work for 30%. You have to
That
work
makes
so
two
many
of
hours,
us.
supposedly.
Well, Paul, I'll let you carry on.
I heard it.
Get on with the day. I'm going to go
You have
ahead.
to earn the. In other words, there's another 20 or 30% you're
I'll
supposed to be
try
putting in
to
yourself. Yeah, I don't.
chat with you guys tomorrow, conditions permitting. So 7:30 WI14.
Personally, I don't want to be in yeah, that's Jeff. He's in Madison, Whiskey Yankee, 4 Golf. As a matter of fact, I think I'll claim my 2 cats and 5 dogs.
Paul, I'll let
6
you
dogs.
carry on.
My wife and I can, my lovely bride can, we can live the life of luxury, pretending we have 8 dependents, not including the parakeets. Who else is, yeah, that's Jeff. He's in Madison. Showing time mobile or first time check. I think I'll claim my 2 cats and 5 dogs. 6 dogs. My wife and I can, my lovely bride can, we can live the life. Hello, Tom. How are you doing? You got a good signal up there. Pretending we have 8 dependents, not including the parakeets. Who else is, yeah, that's Jeff. He's in Madison. Showing time mobile or first time check. I think I'll claim my 2 cats and 5 dogs. 6 dogs. Which event does he do good in? Hello, Tom. How are you doing? You got a good signal up there.
Individual medley, 100-yard individual medley, and he did really well for the first time in that. He had breaststroke, style, and backstroke as well.
Which event? Yeah, the one that's the most work when I swam was breaststroke.
That's his best event.
Oh, that's awesome. But he really kicked butt, huh?
Yeah, he brought home 3 first place. We just had to do a little tune-up on the backstroke. Unfortunately, he got a DQ on that.
Yeah, the one that's the most work when I swam was breaststroke. That's great. I haven't heard too many people recently that are in their children. Of course, awesome. Most of my friends don't have children home anymore, but that's great. How old is he now?
He's 9.
Is that right? And he's doing that well.
Yeah, he's doing really
the one that's
well.
the most
If he
work.
wouldn't have gotten, if it wouldn't have been for the DQ, he
That's
would have
great.
gotten first.
I haven't heard too many people recently. Do you think he's going to move on upward and onward into better things in swimming? That's great. How old is he now?
I think he has the potential to.
Is that right?
I don't
He's
know.
doing that well.
To him. So we'll see. Yeah, he's doing I'd like to see him, but I am not going to force him.
That's great. No. Sometimes that pressure makes it worse. He's going to makes it negative. And onward into better things in swimming. Anyway, no. Well, I'll tell you this though. I think that. Is that right? As I look back, I wish my parents had been a little pushier about me being better in school. No, that would have been better for me. They just, I'm not saying they were bad parents. They were just not particularly pushy about it. I think they weren't pushy about it at all. Well, a little bit. But I was able to ignore them, and my grades reflected. I mean, I got through high school okay, but I could have done much better. A little pushier about me being better in school. No, that would have been better for me. They just, I'm not saying they were bad parents. They were just not particularly pushy about it. Well, the beauty, I think that the challenge is, and it's hard for some people to do it, my challenge is to tell children why it's so important, all those different classes, whether it's history, world history, algebra, and I'll never use algebra. So, well, if you can be in any of the trades, you know what I'm saying is you have to use algebra. I didn't like it either, but I found out I had to use algebra and trades, so I had to go relearn them. All those different classes, whether it's history, world history, algebra, and I'll never use algebra. So, well, if you can be in any of the trades, you know what I'm saying is you have to use algebra. I didn't like it either, but I found out. Oh man, that's where it needs to be too. I mean, it's good to have other things, but math and science is what's going to get you into a nice job. I'll never use algebra. Well, if you can be in any of the trades, you know what I'm saying is you have to use algebra. Oh man, that's where it needs to be too. I mean, it's a good. Yeah, I think I'd rather work for NASA. I mean, it's neat the stuff that Disney does, but I find it's more productive to work for somebody like NASA. I would think.
Yeah, so that's just what he flips back and forth between, depending on the day.
That's where it needs to be too. I mean, it's a good. Yeah, I wouldn't work for NASA. I don't think I'd have. You don't have to show preferences yourself because either one is a good aspiration if he wants to be an engineer. Then. Oh, okay. Yeah, very good. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That's very good.
I don't
Anything else for the net, Tom?
preferences yourself, because either one is a good inspiration if he wants to be an engineer.
Survived the time change tonight.
Oh, I think I'll manage. I'll get an extra hour of sleep tonight.
That's right.
Well, very good. That was Tom. He's in Henderson. Whiskey 4 uniform, Whiskey Oscar. Yeah, really congrats on your son's performance at 9 years old. At 9, I loved to swim, but I wasn't doing that. Who else is short on time mobile or first time? Get an extra hour of sleep tonight. All right, then we're going to start from the south. Please come now. That was Tom. He's in Henderson. Whiskey 4 uniform, Whiskey Oscar. Very good. Did you go look up Ken for me? Run across the street and get him. At 9, I love to swim, but I wasn't
Pounded
doing
on the
that.
door.
Who else is
Decided to leave
short
when
on
the
time
shots
mobile
rang
or
out.
first time? Extra hour of sleep. Yeah, these days. All right, then my wife thought one of those confrontations in some kind of news event, that was going on the street. My wife says, "That's not a very wise thing to do these days. You'll be shot."
On the door. We have a neighborhood Facebook page, and we have a lady,
Yeah, these days.
and she is
My wife
lighting
thought
up the page,
one of those
complaining about
confrontations
she
in
put
some kind of
Halloween
news
goodies
event
out on her
was going on
porch
the street. My wife says,
and caught
"That's
it
not
on
a very
her
wise thing to do these
ring
days.
camera
You'll be
that
shot."
it was a couple of kids came in the neighborhood, emptied the thing out, and she was mad about that.
Yeah, these days. Well, she apparently never had kids of her own, because if you set stuff out to be eaten, it will get eaten.
Porch. Yeah, well, I mean, I think she's set the wrong goal. I mean, if you have the goal of, one piece per kid, yeah, you failed. But if your goal was, I need to get rid of all this candy,
Well,
hey, straight
Apparently
on.
never had kids when. Yeah, I don't know why people complain about that. I mean, actually, you're asking them to be taking a handful. I would have probably done the same thing as a kid if there were a whole pile of candy bars there. I would have not just taken one. I would have taken a few.
Well, I look at it this way. She's complaining, but at the same time, she was antisocial enough that she didn't want to answer the door and deal with people. So, either way,
You're
it's
asking them
going
to
to
be
be
taking a handful.
miserable.
Did it create a flurry of activity telling her she was stupid? A whole pile of candy bars there? I would have not just taken one. I would have
No,
taken a few.
not really. But I think you could tell people were a bit irked at her anyway. That's all I got. I hope you got that video I sent you of the ham radio
Did it create a
operator and
flurry
his
of
cat.
activity
But
telling
okay.
her she was stupid?
Other than that, and I hope you got to see some of the stuff from Straight No Chaser. But that's it. K4, K4.
Yeah, I didn't see it all, Tony. That cat one was funny. And those guys were pretty good, those acapella group. They were pretty sharp. No, that cat one was funny. And that was, correct me if I'm wrong, memory's correct. That was somebody overseas that was doing it, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell you, not for sure anyway. Not these days.
No, at the bottom of the thing, it looked like there was a European call sign, but I could be mistaken. Anyway, no, it was really neat. No, that cat one was funny. And that was, correct me if I'm wrong, memory's correct. Cat's playing with the VFO in the guy's radio. Biting it and clawing it and moving it. It was really quite cute. Until, it scratches the No, at the bottom of the thing. Anyway, that was Tony, KF4, KFQ. He's in Smyrna. Who else is Sal? Anyway, no.
Kilo India 4, November, Delta, November.
Hello, David. Everything going good down in your sector and on a nice day. It's going to turn into a soggy night.
Well, everything's going pretty good here, Mr. Paul. I hate to say that soggy night, but it's sure kind of cool here right now.
Yeah, it's all right though. It's all good. I've never, long time ago, I promised myself I'd never complain about weather.
Oh, I'm not complaining, I'm just cold. Anyway, a little heat would help out, but anyway, 7-3 to you, sir, and everybody on the deck. Thanks for what you do, Mr. Paul. KF4
Yeah, that's why we make heating equipment, fireplaces, and gloves. That's why we got them, to be comfortable between going from the house and the car. Anyway, that was David. He's in Reedyville. Kilo India 4, November, Delta, November. Who else is Sal? One more time. I'm not copying well on that. Is that Larry? That's why we got it. Between going from the house and the car. Anyway, that was David. Okay, I heard somebody. Is that Whiskey 1 what? November, Delta, November. Who else is Sal? Is anybody copying that besides me?
Alpha Delta Echo, I believe it
One more
says.
time. I'm not copying one. Is that Larry? Ah, very good. Whiskey 1, Alpha Delta Echo. Have I talked to you before? Because my memory's a little thin on that one. What? anybody copying that besides me?
Alpha, Delta, Echo,
Ah, very good. Whiskey. Yeah, very good. Remind me your first name again, please. Wade. Very good. I just don't remember that call sign. Isn't that funny? Whiskey 1, Alpha, Delta, Echo. Well, it'll be easy to remember. You got Wade and Wade in your calls. That's kind of cool. Anyway, and you're in where now? Yeah, very good. Remind me your first name again, please. Wade. Very good. Oh, very good. Cannon Kenneth. Very good, Wade. Appreciate you being there. And yes, I do remember, but it's very vague at this point. Whiskey 1, Alpha, Delta, Echo, Wade and Wade in the Cannon County. Who else is anyway? And you're in where now? Very good. Now I can hear you, Larry, but it's a little still rough. I did hear you. Very good. Bits and pieces on the D-Star net, but not much. Very vague. Yeah, very good. That was Larry. Very good. Now I can hear you, Larry, but it's a little still rough. I did hear you. Did we get a count on the number of check-ins on D-Star? I didn't copy it. I'm assuming it was 5. Yeah, very good. That was Larry. Because I couldn't hear all the check-ins here. You might get a mistake. Because I heard, hold on, it was KE4SYV, which is him, and KG4ILV is the Jack, and me makes 3, KE4DEZ, and yeah, he's wrong. It's 5, because I heard all those. He didn't hear all the stations, and even the relays, so it was actually 5. Very good. Just want to double check. I didn't know if it was more or what. Alrighty, that was Larry in Rockville. Who else is south? Or east?
KM4YRF.
Yeah. And you had 9 or 10 on the D-Star. I mean, C4FM.
9.
Very good. Just want to double check. We've had better. Actually, a pretty good night considering. All right, 5 on Larry and Nets. Who else is south? What's the highest number you've had on C4FM? Or east?
KM4. I want to say 12.
No, you actually want to say 25, but you only had 12.
Well, I was just being honest.
No, I'm just saying what you want, what you'd like to have versus what we do.
I would like to have 20 every Saturday night.
Oh, I was daydreaming the other day, and I was going to. You actually want to say 25. Put in one of the reports that we had 200 check-ins, on the Wednesday night. No, I'm just saying what you want was reading, what you'd like to have versus what we do.
Well, I might try that. I would like to have tomorrow night every Saturday night.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Very good. That's Michael. He's here in Mount Juliet. He does the net for me when I'm not around, or I'm not around, or I just don't show up. He'll jump in there. Who else is east?
Well, I might try that. And for RTR tomorrow night.
Hello, Wes. What's up?
No, good news. Just
very good. That's Michael. He's here in Mount Juliet. He does the net for me when I'm not around, or I'm not around. Just don't show up. He'll jump in. Who else is east?
For RTR.
Hello, Wes. What's up?
That's about all I have.
Very good. Yeah, I've used Linux. In fact, when I had, I don't remember the reason now. It's light years ago. It's 25 years ago probably. And something went awry with one of my computers. And so I said, I'm not going to buy it, Windows, whatever it was at the time. And I went ahead and I downloaded it into an old system. It was old. I don't remember a full-blown Red Hat. It's 25 years ago probably. Man, I used that for I forget how long, 6 months or a year. I loved it. One of my computers. And so I said, I'm not going to buy it, Windows, whatever it was at the time. And I went ahead and I downloaded it into an old system. A full-blown Red Hat.
Very deprecated version.
Man, I used that for I forget how long, 6 months or a year. I loved it.
Basically, I used to
I'm not going to buy it.
my issue was that, these days, like,
old system.
I guess everybody knows.
Full-blown Red Hat.
Very update to Windows 11.
Man, I used that for I forget how long, 6 months or a year. I loved it.
Module, have that. So basically, I have exclusive workstation. I guess up here in my house.
it's going to be totally offline. It's going to be not connected to the internet. Everything else is going to be updated. It's basically going to be Linux here on. And it is what
Yeah, I knew an engineer, I still know him, I haven't talked to him in a while, up in New York, who he decided, he didn't decide, he just didn't. He never upgraded anything. He just stayed for his desktop at the office for what he needed in engineering. He stayed with, I forget what it was. One of the early, I knew an Windows with a graphical interface. And I don't remember which one he had, but it was one of the early ones. Never upgraded, he did fine. He never upgraded anything. He just stayed for his desktop at the office for what he needed in engineering. He stayed with, I forget what it was. One of the early, I knew an Windows with a graphical interface. I don't remember which one he had. It was one of the early ones. Never upgraded, he did fine. Never upgraded anything. He just stayed for his desktop at the office for what he needed. Very good. That's Wes. He's over near Lebanon. November 4, Romeo, Tango, Romeo. Real nice signal. And that is true. If you can, even if you don't know anything about Linux, once you get it loaded and you realize that operates very similar to a Windows system, very good. That's pretty flawless. I never had any problems. And I've used several versions of Linux over the years. Nothing, no genius at it. But that is true. That's what I'm saying. If I'm not a genius at it, even if you don't know anything about Linux, and the browsers react the same way, and the file system reacts pretty much the same way. It's real easy to get used to, and you don't have to pay for an upgrade or a new computer. In fact, I got a couple of machines that still have Linux in the laptop. Anyway, who else is East? Hello, Earl. What's up? It's real easy to get used to.
Not much over here. Just getting in the swing of going.
Anyway, who else?
12 hours of darkness and 6 hours of daylight over here. Just hanging in, hanging out.
Yeah, and every year I get to read the article about they want to get rid of the daylight savings time, but I never hear anybody change it.
Well, I ain't gonna get into all that. You don't know what's time in the bottle. Just don't take the lid off.
And every year I get to read the article about they want to get rid of it. Well, I only can relate it to, you get used to it, but we only do it twice a year, so it's not like it's a huge deal. When I was overseas and we'd be transiting across time zones, like in Pacific or the Atlantic or the Indian Ocean, you'd go through a time zone every night. I only can relate it. That's why we log, as you would know, used to it. Being in the military, we logged everything, and our logs were in Zulu time, GMT. And we still had to change the clock so that when we got into a port, we were on the same local time they were. So that was we'd go through a time. And also changing clocks going in one direction, you'd be on a watch and you'd have a 5-hour watch instead of a 4-hour watch. In the other direction, you had a 3-hour watch instead of a 4-hour. So it had its benefits. We still had to change the clock so that when we got into a port, we were on the same local time they were. So and also changing clocks going in one direction, you'd be on a watch and
large minus being a smart
the other direction, you had a 3-hour watch.
how many numbers would be on a wrist watch if you had a global numbers around there to tell what time it is wherever you are, wherever you wish you want to be?
Well, my smartwatch does that. It automatically picks up from my phone, and the phone automatically picks it up from the tower. So my watch keeps the same time all the time, no matter where I am.
Tell what time it is wherever you are. All you gotta do is push the button.
Well, my smartwatch does that. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, as long as my phone is on, my watch keeps track of what the time zone is. What the correct time zone is. Keeps the same time all the time, no matter where I am.
Sometimes I wish I was patient enough to learn how to do that Linux stuff.
Well, my smartwatch does that. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, as long as my phone is on, my watch keeps track of what time zone.
A little rough around the edges.
No, I'm still. Remember those big, thick pencils with you had to take a knife to sharpen them when you were in grade school. That's what I am. remember those big, thick
conversation
pieces?
with one of my
Yeah,
appointments
take a
last
knife to
week.
sharpen.
Tell them that it's kind of like in one ear and out the next. Don't hang out very much in between the buildings.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's I'm getting a little driftier the older I get, but I get along pretty good. Pretty good. I can still hold a normal conversation, I think. You doing all right otherwise, Earl?
Yeah, pretty well. Just playing radio again, whatnot.
I'm getting a little driftier.
But anyway, we'll catch y'all later. Y'all be good, be careful, and
I can still hold a
happy
normal
holidays.
conversation.
If I don't get
You doing all right otherwise, Earl?
here to hang out between now and then. 7-3, y'all. This is Earl over here in Stick City or Cedar City, I'll call it. KE4 or DZ.
Yeah, don't forget the 144-240 upper sideband net, which is after this one. That was Earl, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and he is in Stick City, or Cedar City, or actually it's Noreen, I think it's marked on the map. Just east of the Cedars 11 Park. Who else is east? Yeah, don't forget the 144. It was nice to have Earl in there again. Nobody else east, we go to the north. That was Earl, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and 84 G. Or Cedar City. Boy, I turned on I had my new GMRS radio on, and you and Carla. Was that last night? Man, you were on there for a long time. Yeah, don't forget the 144. It was nice to have Earl in there again. Nobody else east, we go to the north.
585.
Yeah, that's the Gallatin machine. 84 G. Or Cedar City. Boy, I turned on I had my new
Me and Carlin.
GMRS. Oh, that's right. That's where I was listening to. I was thinking it was on GMRS, but no, it was on the. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, I did hear you. No, it's good. It's nice to have somebody to talk to.
Oh, yeah.
The Gallatin machine. Did you come to any good conclusions?
No.
Oh, that's right. That's where I was listening
It was
to.
kind of mixed music. I can't hear Carlin right now.
Yeah, no, I did hear you. No, it's good. It's nice to have somebody to talk to.
Conditions was pretty good.
Yeah, I could hear both of you perfectly, which I'm any good with anyway. But I know that you and he had some difficulty.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was coming in real good. But tonight on C4FM, I've never heard him.
Oh, is that right? Huh. Yeah, I could hear both of you. That's interesting. I didn't hear you either. I know that you and he had some difficulty.
We were the first ones to check in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you at all. Actually, I missed the first 15 or 20 seconds, but maybe that's how you check right.
Well, supper was on the table, so
I didn't hear you
waiting for it to start so I could go eat.
Yeah, I'm with you. Nothing else for the net, Danny?
That's it. I'll get you on the
I
next.
didn't hear you. All right, very good. That's Kilo Delta 4, Golf, Oscar, November. No Charlie. That was Danny in Station Camp. Who else is north? Nobody else north? Yeah, I'm with you. Nothing else for the net, Danny?
K4 VW.
There you go. How you doing there, Carl? That's Kilo Delta 4, Golf,
Almost
Oscar,
drifted off to sleep.
That was Danny. We must really be boring there.
Now, I barely could hear Danny up here. I was
Nobody
getting
else
just
north?
syllables of him tonight. Not getting up this way too good tonight.
Yeah, you and he were on Simplex yesterday. You both could hear each other real well.
Oh, yeah.
We must be really be boring there.
Little storm system coming through tonight, and I think that's got a lot to do with it right now.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I hope it's not too much rain tonight. Did it say how much rain we're supposed to get? Yeah, you and he were on.
I didn't pay no attention. I just happened to look at the radar earlier this afternoon and see that on the other side of Clarksville coming through tonight. I think some of the cells is built up a little bit, and I thought, well, we might get a thunderstorm yet, but
Did it say how much rain we're supposed to get?
it must have died down by the time I got over here. I went up to Mike's Food Land, got me some supper up there at the deli, cooked fried steak, green beans, and fried squash. Brought that back. It done quit raining a little bit. I thought, well, it's just a little lull in the line. I don't know if it's out there doing anything not right now or not, but I thought we'd go get another little pile of rain out of that. But I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Quit raining a little.
Besides, it doesn't have any soap in it, so we don't have anything to worry about.
Rolling the line. Yeah, it got better the other night when I was talking to Danny. When he first was in there, he was down like an F0, and then as the night went on, he built on up. I was getting about a 5 to 9 on him. Sitting there, doing the, while he was talking sometimes, and I'm sure I was doing the same on him. So, but I don't know, that's just the way it goes. The atmosphere does a lot of things. Middle Tennessee's down in a bowl, and that don't help. So, I don't know. Anyway, I hope everybody else is doing okay and staying warm and stuff. And I guess I'll push up and turn it back over to you. Let's get some more check-ins.
Yeah, very good. That is Carlin. He's in Angeltown, Bethpage vicinity, KD4 BUW. Who else is a good signal? And I heard them both had great signals last night, but they often can't hear each other. That was an unusual night, I think. And only, I don't know, maybe 15 miles apart. I don't think it's too far. Maybe 20. Who else is north? Angeltown, Bethpage vicinity, KD4 BUW. You sound pretty good, Greg. Good signal.
Yeah, clean with
I heard them both had great signals last night, but well, that can't be the reason.
yes.
Only, I don't know, maybe 15 miles apart. I don't think it's too far. Who else is? What? They got anything else good for the net?
Nah, not really. Just
You sound pretty
regular
good, Greg.
snap riots. Yeah, clean with
Oh, did I sent you that link? Did you look at it at all?
Yeah, I'd seen it before.
I find that. I think it's normal. I find it deplorable that people are so dependent upon the government for their food.
Well, the shutdown just like
I sent you that link.
once
Did
again.
you look at it at all?
Yeah, I'd seen it before. Some people out.
Well, I think it's normal. I don't get it. Aren't you glad you moved away from India?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard 1 in 8 people are on that stuff. I don't shutdown is like once again crazy, and so many of them weren't born in this country.
Well, the number I just saw today or yesterday was 45 million American people. 45 million people on SNAP EBT. And you go, well, let's see, there's 330 million, and a lot. I don't know how many are employed, but I mean, between retired people who don't need EBT, the SNAP, and 5 million. That's like half of the rest of the people. Because I don't know if it must include children. That's the only thing I can figure. That it's 40-something million.
Yeah, I would say it does. If you got a family of 8, I mean,
Employed,
there you go.
between retired people who don't need
Add
EBT.
your numbers up. It's just like the unemployment numbers.
That's like
Have nothing
half
to
of the rest of the people.
do with people
I don't know if
who
it
are
must
employed.
include children.
It has
That's the only thing I can figure.
to a claim benefit. Yeah, but really the big number is, if you got a family percentage of the population that works.
Well, I have two bits to say about that. I'll put in my 2 bits. I have 2 things to say. One is, we had a neighbor who I did not know. She was in the street behind us, but I knew all the people on that street, all the kids on that street. And one of the parents would go down to the welfare office and pick up her food for the week or the month. And that was in, it was more like government issue or military, food. It was, anything from cornmeal, flour, and I don't know what all else, powdered milk. I really don't know what it was all. And so that's how you got. That was what you got supported then. And if you needed additional support, you went to your relatives, the churches, the synagogues, or whatever. Government issue. And my dad, they were on welfare back in the cornmeal, flour, after I don't know what all else, powdered milk. I really don't know. Because his father passed away when he was like that's how you got 6 years old. And his mother wasn't or couldn't work, so they were on it, and it was slim pickings. He told us. In fact, in his adult life, he would never eat cornmeal ever. He got so tired of eating cornmeal, he wasn't going to eat it again. Anyway, that's not a sob story. He wasn't really complaining. He just didn't want cornmeal.
Yeah, but unfortunately, and not to be hard, it means to not get that $110
In fact, in his adult life, he would never eat
gift
cornmeal
package
ever.
for
He got so
Thanksgiving
tired of eating
on
cornmeal,
SNAP
he wasn't going to eat it again.
benefits on Amazon.
That's not a sob story. It was probably complaining. He just didn't want corn. Well, I just heard. I thought it was the rule always, but somebody said they couldn't get anything sugary, sugar-based products, and I thought that was always the rule.
Well, the stats showed that 9.5% of the EBT money is spent on sugar drinks.
Wow. Well, I just heard. I thought it was. That's a lot of grape knee-high. You know that?
And that's why they're all
sugar-based products.
And like that link I showed you with that, that lady, the bus driver, talking about having to order his. One of them is 21 and one of them 17, and I bet they're not working.
Wow. Well, as soon as I showed that to my wife, she said, "Why aren't her two children working?" You know that? Because like my wife said, she was working when she was 15.
I started working about 15. I was 15, maybe 16.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't. I was working in a coal mine, man. I'm a coal miner's son.
I was until I became the coal miner.
As soon as I showed that to my wife, she said, "Why aren't her two children working?" No, I never had it. Never had it that bad. She was 15. In fact, I didn't have it bad at all as a child. I lived in a lower middle class family. Yeah, no, I'm with you. We got by though. We got by just fine. I was working in a coal mine.
Anyway, I ran too long.
No, it's public. It's a topic of that people are reading about today. I hope it gets resolved, quite honestly, and I hope it brings to light that we're spending way too much. We should be incentivizing a person to get jobs, because there's jobs out there. I guarantee you, there's jobs out there. They just require work. That was Greg, KD4 CVE. He is in Hendersonville. Who else is north? I hope it gets resolved, quite honestly. No more north. We're spending way too much. We should be incentivizing. I can wait all day. Person to get jobs. No, there's jobs out west. I guarantee you, there's jobs out there. They just require work. Hello, how are you doing, Chris?
Hey, I'm not bad. It's been a while.
Yeah. That's probably the last time we talked. You get pulled over for a ticket.
That is right. That has been a while. I was talking to you, and I'm driving again. So I'll make sure I come to a complete stop.
No, I happen to be looking at the message on Signal. That's how come I noticed it, because that's the last message, and that was, I want to say it was, let's see, this is October. Was that August, maybe?
I was talking to you, and I'm driving again. Yeah, probably. Sounds like it. I'll make sure I come to a
it's not important. I just remembered. I was going to say. In fact, I was making a mental note to give you a nudge somehow, but I didn't. Signal. That's how.
Yeah, I don't know. I was running my mouth, and I guess California stopped the stop sign.
Was that August, maybe?
Luckily, they let me off. Yeah, probably.
Oh, well, I've done that myself. I was working down in Miami, and I got into a heated business conversation. Don't remember what it was about. And I'm going down the interstate, or whatever it was, and all of a sudden I came to my senses and I looked around and I go, where the hell am I? I had no idea where I was. Oh, well, I've done that myself.
Yeah, I've done that before myself.
Working down in Miami. Another time, I was talking, and I was in a neighborhood I was completely familiar. I lived in that same neighborhood for 25 years. And all of a sudden, I came to my senses and I looked around and I go, I'm coming down the street, and my mind got turned around. I don't know why. It just completely reversed itself. And I looked over to my left, and I could see Tampa Stadium, which was I was very familiar with Tampa Stadium. And I said to myself, this quizzical question is that, how did the stadium get on the other side of the street? It got turned around. I don't know why. It's completely reversed itself.
Your brain can't catch up to what you see, right?
And then when I worked over on the east coast of Florida, your brain has a reference. I said to myself, at least in Florida, it's an easier reference. Quizzical question. Everything. For instance, I've been working on the west coast almost forever. The ocean's on the coast. It's west, and it's on your left going north, and it's on your right going south. I moved over to Miami for a year. On the east coast of Florida, it took me weeks to remember that the ocean's on the other side. Florida, it's an easier.
Yeah, somebody changed the handrail on you, huh?
That was just funny to me. That whole concept of what you get used to. On the coast.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, like, just look at the traffic patterns around this place.
Miami for a year.
Little 13 years I've been here.
Yeah, it's actually, remember that the ocean's on the other side. It is going to reach a crazy point here. It is already at a pretty crazy point, but it's going to come to a head, I think, in the next couple of years. It's not too far away.
Yeah, I mean, like, just look at the traffic patterns around this place. Yeah, I agree. And you see a lot of people complaining online about it, but
yeah, it's actually. It is going to reach a crazy point here. Well, I have to say though, it's not their fault, but it's going to come to a heavy thing because they don't operate or have much of a say in what the interstates do, and then they don't have much of a say in the state road, in their state run roads, which I think you know which ones those are. So they can only deal with their own city streets. You know? Well, I have to say though, it's not their fault.
Yeah, county also.
Because they don't operate or have much of a
All
say
kinds
in
of stuff
what the
is
interstates
built
do.
and the infrastructure's not there.
They don't have much of a say
County
in the
roads
state
don't
road,
better.
in the state run. Well, again, I'm sure you've realized that in your short life, they can only deal with their own city streets. You know? Well, roads and infrastructure are about several years behind the actual when they're needed.
Oh yeah, it surprises me that we all know that.
Well,
That
again, I'm sure you've
somebody
realized that
doesn't
in
think
your
a little
short
further
life.
ahead.
Well, they can't. It's almost impossible for them right now to say, you know what we need? Well, you remember, were you around when Atlanta, back in the early 80s, they were building like 700 miles of interstate around Atlanta and all three. It was crazy. And they were thinking that was way ahead of the current problem. Well, they can't. But they were right on top. It's almost impossible for them right now to say, you know what we need? Well, you remember, were you around in Atlanta? It was just, I remember, and I'd never been in Atlanta. This was in 81 or 2. And I went there, and I got in one of the shuttles to the hotel. That was way ahead of the current problem. I was looking around in one of those shuttles, there's windows all the way around. I went, holy crap. Everywhere I looked, there was construction on highways. Well, the one I was on, it was just stuff to the north, south, east, and west. I'd never seen so much road construction at the same time.
Yeah, no, it was like that even in the early 90s. I remember having to drive through there going down to Fort Benning.
Windows all the way
There was
around.
construction everywhere.
Yeah, it was wild. But anyway, I don't even know, and that was probably later than it should have been, I guess, because nothing happens before. I've never seen so much road construction at the same time.
Yeah, shame, but I'm driving down my street headed like 98 now, and there's a couple big parcels of land off to one side
Yeah,
that
it
have
was
been
wild. But anyway, I don't know even know, and that was
now they've all got
probably
surveying
later than it
stakes
should
on
have
it,
been.
so I'm about to get
Nothing
probably
happens
looks like
before.
about 15 new neighbors.
Well, that's not too many.
But driving down
They'll
my
all be
street headed
they'll all be bikers.
now, and that's fine with me, man. As long as it's not the helmet speedo.
But anyway, I don't know even, and that
Now
was
they've all got
I'm with you. Anything else for the net, Chris? It's good to have you here.
probably looks like about. No, sorry, good to hear you guys again. Thanks for running the net and
Well, that's
set it straight.
I have to do it, man. I'm like a slave to this. You know, we're up to net number 1157.
As long as it's not
Man, it's unbelievable.
yeah, it's awesome. I remember when you hit 1,000.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'll live to 2000. Anyway, that was Chris. Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango. Thanks for the kind words. Anybody else north? I have to do it, man. I'm like a slave to this. Or west? We're up to net number 1150.
KG4ILV.
Yeah, I really did miss you at breakfast this morning, man. 'Cause I was planning, I was all scheduled out to, when you said something, I was going to say, I don't know about that. Anyway, that was Chris. Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango.
I was hurting so bad I couldn't walk.
Anybody else north? But it's a lower back problem, isn't it?
Yeah, and it flares up every now and then, but I'm sure it's nothing like what Michael's
I really
gone
did miss
through.
you at breakfast this morning, man. Oh my God! You saw the X-rays, didn't you? That Michael had when you said something. I was gonna say, I don't know about that. It looked like a. Do you remember the old Repxxter set?
Yeah, those X-rays hurt just
Well,
looking at
it's
them.
a lower back problem. Word. That's it. Looks like the mad scientist got to work on it.
Nothing like what he does. Well, anyway, I don't have anything. I didn't do anything for
You saw the
today,
X-rays,
and I
didn't
do
you,
feel
Michael?
better, but thanks for doing the net, Paul. I'll
It
see
looked
you on
like
the next one.
Yeah, very good. Do you take medication or do you stretching exercises or what do you do to get rid of it?
Well, I did some stretching exercises
Looks like the
and
mad
I
scientist
take
got to work on it.
magnesium because it's a natural muscle relaxer and it's not a drug.
All right, I do too. But I still have issues. Doesn't go away.
Well, thanks for doing it, Ned.
Yeah, very good. Do you take medication or? Yeah, very good. It's Jack. He's in Donaldson. Kilo Go for India Lima Victor. Anybody else, Wes?
Magnesium because it's a natural
I was expecting to have Charles in there. Nobody else, West? All right, I do too. But I still have issues. Doesn't go away. All right. We're going for the calling all dilly-dalliers, smugglers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater, kerchunkers. There's bunches of those. shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, moon occupied by aliens on the backside, real aliens from somewhere else, and real aliens going for the calling all dilly-dalliers, digging up the backside of the moon, and those that deny it. Flat earthers, flat earth deniers, both sides, probably 50-50. Scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, end-time survivalists, and the everlasting Bigfoot community, which are marginalized communities, so it'll be nice. Anybody else?
That'd be me, Kane.
I was wondering, did you check into the D-Star net tonight? Both sides.
No, I got roped into taking
Scanner
care of
listeners,
something else
SDR donglers, preppers,
in my
end-time
life.
survivalists.
Couldn't make it to the chat.
Okay, I didn't hear. No, I couldn't hear Larry, just barely. I didn't know who all checked in.
That'd be me, Kane. No, I
was wondering,
had to
did you
help
check
the
into the
ex-whale, and
D-Star
I had a
net
dog
tonight?
and some other stuff going on real quick before I was released and able to come up to the chat. Couldn't make it to the
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, your station engineer kept you away. No, I couldn't hear Larry.
Absolutely.
Barely. In fact, she's also the owner, I think.
Oh no, that's me. No,
No, she just lets you own. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm the owner. I was released and able to come up.
Yeah, I'm sure. You keep telling yourself that. Well, your station engineer kept you away. In fact, she's also the owner.
You can ask her. Yep, she doesn't have to take into it.
Well, she just lets you. I don't know if you know Brian. He's been going through a surprise divorce announcement. Yeah, by his ex-YL, truly ex-YL, you know? And he's realizing that he don't own much.
Oh, I understand how that went.
Well,
I went one myself.
All
All joking aside, I don't
surprise
think
divorce announcement.
I do own my house.
Oh no, I wasn't suggesting that at all. I was just talking about from a legal viewpoint. He don't own much. Your actual IOL owns everything you own. Well,
Yeah, she's supposed to be entitled to half.
yeah, and I don't think one half of my radio is going to work well for her.
No, not at all.
Oh no, I wasn't suggesting that at all.
Not half
just
of the
talking about
motorcycle either would work.
from a
very
legal
well.
viewpoint. He don't own much. Unicycle with one piston.
Yeah, the judge may say I had to give up motorcycle,
Yeah,
but
and I don't think
didn't
one
say
half
they had
of
to
my
be
radio is
together.
going to work well for her. Very good. Anything else for the net, Jim?
No, sir. I'll let y'all have at it. Thank you very much for allowing me to join. And we'll talk with y'all later, King.
Unicycle. Yeah, we got the 144-240 net coming up next. That was Jim. Kilo Echo 4, Tango, Juliet. Yeah, they're right. Tango, Juliet. Yeah. Oh, man. Tango, Yankee, Juliet. Anybody else? Nobody else in there? I was thinking Scott would be in there from Wigan, but he's not, and Charles from West Nashville. That was Jim. Must be watching the football game. If I don't hear any complaints, I'm going to move right over to 144-240. Anybody else? Nobody else in there? Very good. That's where I'm going. 144-240. We'll see you then. Charles from West Nashville. That was Jim. Must be watching the football game. This is K4PW on 144-240. Looking for check-ins from the south, we'll say. Anybody from the south? 144-240. We'll see you then. Anybody from the east?
KM4YRF.
Very good. KM4YRF. That's Michael here in Montreal. Who else is east? Looking for check-ins from the south, we'll say. Hey, good to have you in there, Earl. I'm glad you hung out for that. That's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu with a good signal from Stick City or Cedar City or Noreen. Who else is east? Very good. KM4YRF. That's Michael here in Montreal. Who else? Anybody else east? Stan, wake up. Stan's not waking up. Hey, good to have you in there, Earl. I'm glad you hung out for that. For Kevin. Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu with a good signal from Stick City or Cedar City. Door to door to wake up these people. Who else is north? Anybody else east? Stan, wake up. Is there somebody trying to check in from the north? For Kevin. I think I hear somebody in there, but it's so far away, I don't know who it is. Nobody from the north, huh? Anybody else east? Stan, wake up. Is there somebody trying to check in from the north? All right, we got Carlin, Kilo Delta 4, Victor Uniform Whiskey. Very weak, but I got you a good copy in there, Carlin. Anybody else up there? I think I hear somebody in there, but it's so far away, I don't know who it is. Danny still eating dinner?
North, huh?
Excuse me, supper?
Is there somebody trying to check in from the north?
All righty,
I got
who else
Carl
is
and
west?
Kilo Delta 4 Victor uniform whiskey. Very weak, but I got you a good copy in there, Carl. Anybody else?
Oh,
out there?
Don. You sound pretty good in spite of awkward conditions a little
Danny
bit.
still eating dinner?
Yeah, I got about S3, S5, not bad.
Excuse me, supper?
Supper?
No, it's doing pretty good. Really,
All righty,
2 meter
who
upper
else is
side wing
west?
is one of my favorite things that I think that they should be using instead for emergency
Oh,
communication.
Don. You sound pretty good in spite of awkward conditions a little bit.
Yeah, because you don't really care about,
You
no, we're not talking about FM quality that you have to have in communication.
One of my favorite things that I think that they should be using instead for emergency.
Anything, everything going good in your world? Yeah, because you don't really care about, we're not talking about FM quality that you have to have in communication. Anything, everything going good in your world? Cool. They doing pretty good in that group down in Murray County. I went and worked one of their. They asked me because one of the guys, he's retired now, I think, but he worked with my wife at the Postal Service, and he was, I guess, a big part of that club. And they were doing the mountain biking trail they got down there. I was part of helping them with that.
And worked one of their.
They asked me because one of the guys, he's retired now, I think, but he worked with my wife.
Yeah,
at the
very
Postal
good. Yeah,
Service,
that was him.
and He was, I guess, a big part.
They
of
stuck
that.
me out in an outpost in the middle of the forest.
All alone, man. I was scared. The mountain biking trail they got down there. I was part of helping them with that.
I've been a member for a very long time, but when I first got my ticket, I lived in St. Hill, so
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that was him.
but when I moved,
They stuck me out in an outpost in the middle of the forest, all alone.
Yeah,
I was
no, that's that place is a little bit out there. I mean, they're out there. They're a ways. I mean, they're an hour and something from me.
Yeah, very good.
yeah, it's 55 minutes from my house down to
Stuck me out in an outpost in the middle of the forest.
I was heading down that way anyhow.
Yeah, no, that's that place is a little bit out there.
I'm talking, I said, hey, looking for an antenna tuner and some other stuff? Here, you can have this big box of stuff.
I mean, they're out there. They're
Yeah,
a ways.
everything else
They're
okay,
an
though?
hour and something from me.
Yeah, we're doing good, brother. Just living the dream, my man.
Oh yeah, it's all good. You just got to fill your days with when you're retired.
No, that's that place is a little bit.
It boils down to trying to fight the boredom someday, but I'll always find something to get into.
Oh, it's rare that I get bored. If I'm
Everything else okay, though?
if I'm really bored, usually I'm reading when I've got nothing to do. I'll be reading one of my
It's all
books.
good. You just got to fill your days with when you're retired.
Yeah, I'm like Mr. Schwartz at Dance Theater now, so I'll get bored, even though I know I have other things to do. I just don't feel like.
No, it's rare that I get bored.
I got a lot of quitting lately.
If I'm really
Oh,
bored,
yeah, no, I
usually
got
I'm reading. I got a long list of projects that I should be doing.
Fill your days with when you're retired.
I'm just putting around in the shack and, cleaning up this mess slowly but surely. Could be 6 years to mess
No,
it
it's
up.
rare that I get bored.
A month or two to get it back the way it's supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
I
no,
hate to
got
mess with it because I won't remember how to put it back together.
that I should be doing.
Well, that's why I'm saving the radio bench for last. Because it's a rat's nest back there. Like cables I don't even use anymore. I don't know what they're even connected to and what they do. And yeah, so when I'm slowly working my
Oh
way
yeah, I hate to mess with it because I won't remember how to put it back together.
So that'll probably be a full 2 days of disconnect. And I need to do it anyhow because I have a lot of cables that are like too short. So I have them kind of stretched a little tighter than they need to be. And that's a whole nother can of wax and trying to move something. And
I hate to mess with it.
So I got new cables to replace all the short ones, etc. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know exactly where you're coming from, man. At one point, it probably took me an hour to unscramble all the cables. There was a few years ago underneath my desk. I couldn't believe how much there was, like a giant bird's nest.
I'm shocked it hasn't caught on fire yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know exactly where you're coming from, man. At one point, it probably took me an hour to unscramble all the cables. There was a few years ago. Sounds good. Anything else? I couldn't believe how much there was, like a giant bird's nest.
You sound good. I tell you, look good, but you know I'd be lying. Enjoy your weekend, my son. We'll catch you.
Very good. That's Don in Bon Aqua. Whiskey 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Anybody else?
KD4GON.
Sounds good. Anything else? There you go. KD4GON. You sound good, Danny. Real strong. Stronger than you are on FM.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
No, conditions are good. Very good. Conditions are very good. Anybody else north or anywhere on 2 meters? Upper side bay?
KT4LB.
Very good. KT4LB. Of course, very good signal from Jack and Donaldson. Kilo
Stronger than you are on
Victory. Anybody else?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
No, conditions are good. Very good. Anybody else? We got to get 8 or 9 in there because that's normally what we hear. We're at 7. Anybody else in there? Please come now. Very good. KT4LB. Very good signal from Jack. I guess we topped out. Last call for 2 meters upper side band. Please come now. No, conditions are good. Is anybody copying anything? I can't hear. 8 or 9 in there because that's normally what we hear. We're at 7. Because I swear I hear somebody in the distance, but it just could be those people in my head. I guess we topped out. All right, we're going to go over to 50.135, 50.135, and we're going to get hundreds, maybe a little less than 100 check-ins on 6 meters. So be careful, there's going to be a lot of time. 50.135, and then we're going over to 223.415. We'll see you there. And appreciate everybody being there. K4PW. All right, we're going to go over to 50.135, 50.135, and we're going to get hundreds, maybe a little less than 100 check-ins. Be careful, there's going to be a lot of time. 50.135, and then we're going. This is K4PW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here on 6 meters, looking for check-ins from anywhere. There was a double in there, but Michael won. KM4YRF. Who else? Anybody else on 6 meters? This is K4PW. All right, we got KZ4ILB. A little weak, but I still copy you in there, Jack. Anybody else? There was a double in there, but Michael won. KM4YRF. Who else? Mike, are you hearing anybody? Anybody else on 6 meters? Well, you got a lot of noise on your 6 meters tonight. This is K4PW. All right. No, it sounds like it's feedback from anybody else coming back from all that stuff in your spine. There was a double in there, but Michael won. No, really, it's a lot of noise. A lot of noise. It sounds as if it's something coming back into the system from or something going on there. 6 meters. Anyway, anybody else out there, please come now. Coming back from all that stuff in your spine. Nobody else on 6 meters? No, really, it's a lot of noise. A lot of noise. Man, we normally would get 5 or 6, but tonight's 3. So wow, really weak tonight. All righty, we're going to go over 223, 415, but only 2 people can hear me besides me. And the dogs in the room here can hear me. All right, we'll see you over there on 223, 415. Have a good night, everybody. Man, we normally would get 5 or 6, but tonight's 3. So wow, really weak tonight. All right,
good night, YouTube. Appreciate everybody being there.
2 people can hear me besides me. This is K4. Good night. All right, we'll see you over there on 223, 415. Have a good night, everybody.